All new tonight, the Social Security Administration says scams misleading victims into making cash payments to avoid being arrested for Social Security number problems. They have skyrocketed.
The scammers pose as government officials to get you to send money, and last year the office received more than 450,000 complaints. On your side's Ken Amaro spoke with a retired JSO fraud investigator who is a target of this scam.
Charles Griffin runs a private investigation agency. Before that, he was a JSO detective chasing scammers.
I was in burglary, grand theft, fraud, and schemes to defraud people unit.
This week, Griffin received a phone call about his Social Security card. The call sounded like this.
There's illegal enforcement actions filed on your Social Security number for fraudulent activity.
A lot of people are falling for it.
Griffin says his police instincts kicked in.
They didn't know who they were dealing with when they contacted me.
He says the tone and the urgency in the caller's voice sounded like a scam. The private investigator told me to another person it would have been convincing.
It sounded legitimate. If I was an average person, it would be a scary message. Suspending your Social Security card and your benefits for people that depend on those things, that's scary.
Griffin says he not only ignored the call, but traced the phone numbers.
They called me on 5 different numbers. They kept calling me, and all numbers traced to the country of Japan.
They were unknown 800 numbers, so he reported it to the federal government. Griffin says it's an old phishing scam with a new twist.
They're just a phone number or an email. There's no face.
A scam that is targeting you and your neighbors.
Elderly people seem to be the target.
Ken Amaro, First Coast News, on your side.
First Coast News is always on your side, so if you have a problem and you need help, just email our On Your Side team at onyourside@firstcoastnews.com.